The sound from where?
All right, come on now. Damn, teach your microphone.
Okay. Wow. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah Barakatah. Gonna pull y'all up. What I want you to do is go ahead, like, share, subscribe real quick. While you're doing that, I'm gonna pull up the scriptures we're gonna use tonight. I'm Officer Mashah. Salakia. I got this one straight. All right. This is much better. All right. I'm Officer Mashah out of Detroit, sitting in for the mighty man, Officer 5000. Zarak, Officer 5000, Zarak. Y'all have to forgive me tonight. It's been a long day. But we are here and we're dealing with what? The history class. Black history. This is so-called Black History Month. Somebody once said, you need to know your history or you doomed to repeat. You need to know your history or you doomed to repeat it. And as bad as the black man had it in America, I'm sure we don't want to repeat none of this garbage here. We don't want to repeat none of this garbage here. Let me get my scriptures up for both of my Bibles. What I want you to do is like, share, and subscribe. That's one of my Bibles. Like, while I'm getting this all together, let's like, share, and subscribe. All right. See what's going on. Got two of us in the room. While I'm getting set up for this class here, go ahead, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and invite your friends, invite your family. Come on into this room. Here we go. Right now I'm getting the shake. It's gonna take me about 5 minutes, and then we're gonna get on with the class. Here we go. We're getting it now. Go here first. I gotta get these folks in. These folks right here, this is my family because the white group, right? Our last name happened to be our American last name, happened to be White, Williams, a bunch of other names. But we're gonna invite them in. Invite your family in. Because today we want to deal with so-called Black History Month. Is it biblical? Should we even be celebrating Black History Month? Or should we be celebrating, if I could, should we be celebrating the Bible and doing what the Bible says? That's the question. That is the question right there. Okay, we got them all selected. Let's share this. Get it? Keep editing. Somehow, this has not been my perfect day. I promise you. Been fighting the call all day. All I'm trying to do is find the button that says go. No officer, brother's name, Officer Badash is listening. You just give me a call real quick. Everything is off. Everything off right now. And we got all the members of the white group got them tagged in, trying to get a share, trying to discard it. I want to do that. We gonna move on here in a second though. On in a second. If we can't share, maybe one of the brothers and sisters in the white group, maybe they'll see this and go ahead and share class. Try one more time. There we go. There we go. Anyway, let's get it going. Let's get this rolling. Let me bring up a scripture real quick. They didn't get it, I'll figure it out, and they'll get it going. Now, this is so-called Black History Month. Right? This is so-called Black History Month. But do you understand that every month is so-called Black History because Black history entails and includes all 12 tribes of Israel. Start right there. It includes all 12 tribes of Israel. That's not what we find out when we look to what is actually taught in this empire. We look up the word Black history. That's what we're doing right now. Black history, and the Black History Month even more, right? What you will find. Black History Month is the celebration in February, celebrated in February. Now that's important. Of all the months of the year to celebrate your history in this land chooses the shortest month of the year. Understand? And if you go and look closely, you'll find out that they have no problem combining women history with Black history, as if we are all women. But I digress. Black History Month is celebrated February to honor, that in parentheses, to honor the contributions of and sacrifices of African Americans. Now, when they say sacrifices, that's why I do like that. When they say sacrifices, they're talking about what they've already stolen from you. You understand? They're celebrating. There ought to be somebody. I'm gonna show you what I mean. There ought to be somebody still, somebody black, still receiving tributes or payment for cotton gin. See, what they do is they put that on Eli Whitney, that he created the cotton gin and made the whole idea of cotton clothes less expensive. And it's less expensive to produce. Why? Because the cotton gin was the first process that could take that cotton and strip labor. Then, tired of this. Let me find something or come up with something that can gin this damn cotton. Get these seeds out of it, get these bowls out of it, and pack it up in such a way that when it gets from me to whoever gonna begin to turn it into thread, when it get to them, they don't have to clean it anymore. And the fella by the name of Eli Whitney got the credit. Let me keep reading this thing about Black History. Black History Month is celebrating African Jim Crow era. Y'all need to look that up. What is the Jim Crow era? Why did we go through the Jim Crow era? And stuff ain't much different than Jim Crow today. We in 2024, I think we are. And it ain't that much different than 1924. It's not that much different, especially who gets paid. It's not that different. You understand? The tradition began in the Jim Crow era and was officially recognized in 1976. Now that's crazy. I thought I just got to throw this at you. I thought all the time I was in school as a kid that Black History Month was something that was official. I thought then it was a recognized holiday by the United States government. But according to their own records, the tradition began in the Jim Crow era and was officially recognized in 1976. In 1976, I was down in Fort Benning, Georgia in the military. Found myself down there going through AIT. If you was in the military, you know what I mean. Since then, every American president has designated February as Black History Month. The association of the history of the African American and history that advanced them. So let's start right there. Let's begin right there. The association of the study of African history life and history associated with them thereafter. All right? In history, that's the association. That's crazy looking. The color used for Black History Month, black, red, yellow, and green. We're going to forget all that. Skip all that. The Library of Congress, and I want to get their stuff out the way before I start pulling scriptures. The Library of Congress, National Archives, and Records Administration. You have to forgive me, my eyes messing up, and I gotta go and see what's going on with it. But anyway, National Endowment for the History, for the Hominidic National Gallery of Art, National Park Services, National Association, Institution, and the United States National Memorial Museum are all pay tribute to African Americans during Black History Month. No, they don't. Just a little bit more backstory on this Black History Month. This article is entitled Black History Month 2024. Black History, if I can open it up a little more. Here we go. Black History Month 2024. February is Black History Month. February. Y'all got that? But y'all dare celebrate your blackness in April, June, or November. Don't do it. So they say Black History Month is February of the year. The second month, the shortest month, the coldest month of the year. February is Black History Month. The Library of Congress, National Archives and Records Administration, National Endowment for the Humanities. Look here, this is a lot of American government, right, getting behind something that's black. Let me ask you a question. Have you heard of this many governments getting behind the Black Panthers? Didn't happen. How about this many government entities getting behind trying to exercise your freedom of anything in America, and you lived in Selma, you lived in any place in America, but you was not white? The National Gallery of Arts, National Park Services, Smithsonian Institute, and the United States of, watch this, the Holocaust Memorial, the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum. We don't even want to hear that about them. That was a trick all of in itself. Memorial Museum join in providing tribute or paying tribute to the generations of African Americans which struggled for advancement, the advantage to advance for citizenry in America, in American society. They brought us over here as slaves, those of us of the tribe of Judah, Benjamin, those who were still left over. Yet, when they got here, they found Manasseh already here. They found Simeon already in this hemisphere. They found Naphtali already in this hemisphere. And a bunch of other Israelite tribes. And you know what they did? they made them captives under their particular form of tyranny. In other words, they have you celebrating Black History Month when all the world's history is your history. And let me explain. When we say black man or woman, when we say Israelite man or woman, we're talking about generally and on a national basis. We're talking about so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics. See that? So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's it. That's who Black History Month should celebrate. But if you look at it very closely, Black History Month celebrates their dominance over you. Go find your leaders. Tell me where your leaders who was, watch this, pro Chicano, 100% about the Mexican, 100% about the anybody from South America. We ain't talking about those snow bunny South Americans. We talking about those who are called native South Americans. You do know that a native, how can we put it? European is a European. A native Chinese is a Chinese. I don't care where you find him at. Do you know, and this is real heavy, I'm going to throw this out at you. This is real heavy. Do you know that you are the only people that's called by name and land answers your name? In other words, the land is named after you. In other words, Israel comes from Israelites. The land of the Hebrews belonged to the Hebrews, you see. But the French are named after their land. The Germans are named today after their land. They don't hold on to their ancient name. Israel is just about the only country that holds on to the name it was during the time of Christ. What's the difference? Well, you already know that there are those who call themselves Israelites and are not. Why is this important? Slovakia. This is important because right now there's an active push to mix in with you to be recognized as you. Slovakia. But what they say, the devil is a lie. Let me pull some scriptures for you real quick. I'm gonna pull some scriptures for you real quick. Because the other man will have you believe that you were meant to be nothing but a slave. We're gonna go over into the book of Deuteronomy. Can we do that? Go in the book of Deuteronomy. We're gonna start at chapter 28. All right? Because I want you to know how you got into this situation. I want you to understand why you black man, why you Native American man, why you Latino man. I think I covered them all. When I say black man, that's the Negro. And I might do it. I might get up. Y'all forgive me if I get up. But I might get up and show you, using scholarly terms, that the Negroes are special people. I'm going to show you in terms of this. The Negroes ain't African. But we'll get to that, all right? This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, beginning at verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to serve and to obey, to observe and to obey. I select it. Like I said, I've been acting up and I'm touching stuff and it's going crazy in front of me. Where am I? Diligently unto the Lord thy God to observe and to do all his commandments. All right? To do all his commandments, which thou commanded them this day, therefore, this day, that the Lord thy God shall set thee upon high above all nations of the earth. Read that one more time. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to do all and to observe and do all his commandments, which thou command, that they command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee above all the nations of the earth. Change scriptures by accident. Why? Hold on. Look, totally different. Pull that back up one more time. And y'all forgive me, brother. Why? Because it's Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all the commandments of which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all the nations, the earth. And you have to understand that all Israel, wherever they are found, and we're not talking about the Caucasian Israel. We're not talking about the Ashkenazi. We're not talking about that. The rest of Israel, the Israel that lived the tribulation of the Bible. Look among the people of the earth and see who has the most children and women missing. So-called Latinos, so-called Native Americans, so-called black men. We got women and children missing everywhere. But the Most High said, if thou shalt hearken, diligently. Diligently means on purpose. It means I understand, so I'm going to follow this in such a way that I'm paying attention to every scrap that goes past me. So if you hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord your God. Now, what is the voice of the Lord your God? I promise you, it is not every Tom, Dick, and Harry preacher running around here. It's people with the Bible right now that has no reason, they have no excuse that they even, Slovakia, that they even have it in their possession. It does not belong to them. It does not belong to them. They have no excuse. The Dutch have no excuse to have the Bible in their possession. The Germans have no excuse. The English has no excuse. No European country on this earth, no Far Eastern people on this earth has any reason to possess the word of the Most High. They have no reason whatsoever, and yet they have it, right? So what we want to talk about, why is that such a problem? Because now they have to pay for it. Now the Kenneth Copelands, now the what's that boy that talk real soft? Y'all know what I'm talking about. The people that run the 700 Club. I can't think of that boy down. I think he's down in Texas. That when Texas got flooded, he wouldn't let the brothers in his church. He wouldn't let the sisters in his church. He talked real soft, but if somebody remember his name, shoot it to me in the email. You see what I'm saying? Nobody except for the children of Israel has any business studying what the Most High said. You understand? Because he already told you, what if you want to study about you, then okay. If you want to study from the perspective that you're supposed to study from, I have no problem with it. You understand? Because the perspective you're supposed to study it from is from the perspective of a people who are already defeated, who already need to look up to so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American people and say, Khan, I don't want Khan. Salakia, Baba Kashab. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to keep reading. And it shall come to pass in these scriptures. And it shall come to pass. Bible keeps jumping. Lock it, y'all. My whole day been like this. It's been crazy as all get out. Going down. I don't want it to go down. I just want it to go back. Here we go. Deuteronomy. I do not know what's going on. I've been sick. I'll figure this out. Let's get off of Deuteronomy 28. We're going to go over to another scripture. Because we are those chosen. We are that people. About to get it figured out here. That's why I really, really wanted to do this class. Because time that Israel figure this stuff out. You understand? And quit playing games with the Most High power. Quit playing games with the Most High power. That's what really ought to happen. Here we go. I wish I was not having this many problems today. The book of Deuteronomy, go down to much better. One of those days, I wish. Oh, as a matter of fact, hold on. All right, Israel. Let's get down to business. Let's get straight on down to business. You are, if I could, a child of the Most High. You are chosen people of the Most High. Like you that my Bible is all over the doggone place. Really, I'm having trouble seeing. That's gonna be all right. We finna pull it. But let's go to John. We'll go to John 3. I'm gonna show you something real quick. You're gonna believe this. Come on. Come on. Act regular, brother. This is not okay, but that's okay. We're gonna, what they say, we're gonna go on through. In the book of John, coming up with chapter 3. You are familiar with John 3:16, for God so loved. Here's, we're gonna keep going. Pick it up at God, this is John 3, we're gonna start at verse 18. He that believeth on him is not condemned. But he that believeth not is condemned, because he believed, because he hath believed not, he hath not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of God. And this is the condemnation of them. This is the condemnation that light is cometh to the world. Either men and men love darkness rather than light. So this is what we get now. And forgive me. Like I said, this eye is messed up and has messed up everything. But we're still gonna teach you what the Bible says. Okay. This is supposed to be Black History Month. Now, if you look at the Black history that they celebrate all the Black people that have helped them. You understand? Martin King, his "I Have a Dream" speech led you into a whole new kind of slavery, a whole new type of debauchery. Before then, they celebrated those Black people who brought about inventions that helped them as a whole. There was a Black man that came up with blood plasma, that came up with transfusions and all that. But the same Black man died because he didn't get a blood transfusion in a so-called white hospital. Are you understanding where I'm going with this? You run around here and you're trying to buy Gucci, you're trying to buy Prada, you're trying to buy anything that the so-called oppressor has placed out there. And I'm going in this direction because this is so-called Black History Month. And so in Black History Month, other than Christmas, they probably sell more of their stuff to us than any other time in the year is doing Black History Month. You know how many people gonna go out and buy hearts filled with chocolate because it's Black History Month and their girl's birthday happened to be in February? You understand? You know how many crazy traditions they gonna try to get you to keep because it's Black History Month. And they're going to show you all your so-called dead heroes. Your dead heroes. When all your heroes should be those who are still alive and trying to get you out of slavery. Out of slavery. And don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. You are African nothing. You are not an African. That's what I'm trying to get across to you. You can forget about being an African. It has nothing, Africa has nothing to do with our history except that's a place we went to hide because we look so much like them. Africa has given us nothing but trouble since we've been on this earth, from the time of Egypt all the way back down to south. What is that? Where Nelson Mandela from? That place. You understand? The whole country of Africa has been a curse to us. Any people that was not us, right, cursed us. And if we found ourselves in mass in Africa, they came against us. And you think I'm joking? You think we are the same? Watch this. Well, I'm going to show you this. This is the Zandervan Bible Dictionary. Y'all see that? This is the Zandervan Bible Dictionary. And let's look up the word Negro. If I can spell it right, and I hope I can read these little bit of letters. But just in case, don't worry, I brought a pair of bifocals with me. N-I-N-A-N-E. Yep, I gotta get them. Hold on. I'm about to go without them. So if I can read the little fine print here in the building somewhere, but I don't want to keep y'all waiting too long. Let me put it to you this way. When you read what I was looking for, this is what you're gonna find. Noah had 3 sons, Ham, Shem, and Japheth. Under the sons of Shem, a people was born. Different people came out of the sons. One of them was the Negroes. You understand? However, his son Ham had children, and out of Ham came who we call today the Africans. And this little book here explains that the Negro is not an African. The Negro is not an African, is not even kin to the African, except for they some very distant cousins. See, the Negro came from Shem. The Negro today is who used to be called the Israelite. You understand? It used to be called Israelite. And the Most High has already given us a path that we must follow. For everyone, back up, still in John 3, he that believeth, he that believeth on him is not concerned and believe you me, we are in the last days. We are in those days that it might be something small, it might be something big, but you are going to wake up. You are going to wake up and know that the Most High is about you. The Most High is about saving His people. The Most High God is about bringing His people to rulership. That is what He's about. That's what He's been about from the beginning. That's what He's always been about. You understand? You have to forgive me, like I say, medical conditions came and my eyes are not as clear. So what I'm gonna do, I've been depending on my eyes this whole time, and I apologize to y'all. What I'm gonna go off of is what I know. What I've already read before my eyes got bad. What I've already been taught before my eyes got bad. Especially in America, especially in Europe. You know why you are dying? Why? Because you believe and you're putting your faith in something that cannot give you life. The only thing that you can believe in that's going to give you life is Yahweh, is Yahweh. You can believe in the Lord Jesus Christ. But your belief has to be substantiated, watch this, by your living, by you obeying the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. We know the history of America. We know the history of Jim Crow. We know even as we speak today, states like Florida have laws on the books that you ought not be taught the truth about your own people. Why? Because they want to keep you away from the Bible. Once there was a time they said if you want to hide anything from a black man, put it in a book. And now they're telling you, listen to what I'm saying now. They're telling you there's no need for you to read, there's no need for you to study the Bible. That's what the world is telling you. So it stands to reason that since they always misdirect you, that whatever the world tells you to do, then you should not do. And whatever they tell you not to do, that's the very thing that you should be breaking your neck to get down and do. You understand? They're telling you they give you all types of degrees, damn near free, if you go study all types of philosophies that's out there. Forget it. Let it go. You don't need that, right? You don't need that. All you need is the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. That's all you need. If you want to know why Black History Month is not worth two dead flies, it's because the religion that they gave you never intended to save you. It was never meant to save you. Understand? It was never meant to save you. What they taught you about Christ, that he died for everybody on the face of the earth, is a lie. What they taught you in church was not meant to save you. It just wasn't meant to save you. Let me get you some. I know it ain't nothing but the devil. I used to laugh at old ladies when they used to say, ain't nothing but the devil, I'm trying to get this, but ain't nothing but the devil giving me a hard time. I promise you, it ain't nothing but the devil. Of all the stuff you believe, most of it came from the devil. Why? Because the devil appeals to your emotions, and then he snatches any happiness away from you. So all over here, protocol. I'm gonna show you, just using officers. Read a couple of scriptures here. Moses went to the elders of Israel, commanded the people, saying, all the commandments I command you this day. That's the first thing, Israel. Black man, white man, not white man, Slovakia. Black man, Native American man, so-called Hispanic man. You need to be keeping right now all the commandments according to, I know what's wrong, something all over the place. To keep all the commandments. Keep all the commandments. Now that's the first thing you got to get used to. Where are you commanded in the Bible to go to church on Sunday? Where are you in the commandments commanded to keep the American holidays? Or where? But if you want to be an Israelite, if you are an Israelite and you want to make it through this madness we call life, because it has been broken down to a point where it's pure madness out there. It's 100% madness. And you want to get through this, the first thing you got to do is come back to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. And you read what the Bible said, keep the commandments. Okay? So keep it. Keep the commandments. Bring this back up one more time. Break down, here we go. Why should you keep the commandments? Why should you keep the commandments? Because Most High said so. Like it. I've been my final sorrow. Love that was your right, Israel? So this ain't been my finest hour. Figured out what that call was about. But that's all right. You understand what I'm saying, right? All type of things gonna come at you. All type of times it's gonna come at you. You got to be ready. You got to know this word. You got to know why. You got to do certain things. With that, we're gonna say shalom. How about Shem Yahushua Barakatah? Shalom, Israel.